hit the button the wrong one. And we're back.
We're back.
And I can hear myself, so I don't need these. Yay.
Oh, I just have everything over here in the way. Look away, guys. I'm a mess.
Just not even prepared.
No, I was goofing around on TikTok.
You're not even ready. You are not ready spaghetti. Oh, man. Did we actually hit 98.5? I think we're so close.
Up.
Yeah, 98,520. So we are so very close.
We are so close.
When we get to the point of like 900, you do like 100 away, 50 away.
I was gonna say 500 away and just go live until it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
Why not?
I'm down for that.
I would have fun doing that.
Okay. So tomorrow, because we were averaging about 1,000 a day, tomorrow when we get to 99,500, we will be popping up on a random live, and we are going to stay live until we hit 100,000, so that you guys can be a part of the 100,000 club with us. I'm fucking so stoked.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
I get to go to the Louis store.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
That's funny.
You know, the first Louis that you got me has a lot of meaning for me.
Yeah.
It was a big step. You were somebody who was very much afraid of being used for your money.
Yeah.
So you were very reserved on your gifting.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first it was a new experience for me. It was one of the most expensive stores I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Was that the most anyone has ever spent on you in one shot?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Hands down. Holy shit. And 100,000 is... I never thought we would get to 100,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd get to 10,000.
I think we're going to hit it tomorrow night.
I agree.
I think that we'll probably end up going live probably around 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then probably be live probably pretty late. We'll have to get your YouTube running.
Yeah.
So we are not doing choice theory tonight. I know that some of you guys jumped in for that. Because we are not doing choice theory tonight, we are just going to do Q&A. Super chats are guaranteed to be read. Regular chats will be read as we see fit.
As we catch them.
Yeah. Beyond that, we are just going to chill until we don't want to be here anymore. So, let's jump into some stuff. We already got a super chat. We got 2 new members. Got to move the mouse over. 2 new members. Neither one of them came with a comment. But we did get a super chat from Melissa, who says, "Don't know how long I'll be here. Pretty tired from surgery. Love your content. Excited about this part of choice theory." Well, I'm glad that you love the content, and sorry that we're letting you down because we are not doing choice theory tonight. We are moving choice theory to Wednesdays.
We are.
We have to adjust our schedule because we have 1 day a week off, and that 1 day a week off is spent doing other shit.
Life shit.
So we don't have downtime. And I realized how bad it was the other day when I edited for 13 hours and did a 4-hour live stream, and my entire existence that day was spent in front of a screen.
Yeah.
So we are rescheduling our life a little bit. Hang on one second.
Ooh, I'm seeing people are subbing. I love that.
Yeah. So we are rescheduling our life a little bit. The only things that are really going to affect you guys, the listeners, is going to be that Patreon lives are now moving to Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. And those will always be Q&A based. We're not doing anything for Patreon live other than Q&As. The Thursday night stream is done. We're not going live on Thursdays anymore after tonight. Tomorrow night will be our final Patreon live on Fridays. And then Sundays will continue to be the expedited emails. So Thursday night's gone. Wednesday night is now choice theory. And
Wednesday morning at
11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Patreon live chat Q&A. Those are the differences. Nothing else is going to affect you guys. Schedules are still going to be the same. We just removed 1 day of live streaming to give us 3 days off in a row that we're actually taking off.
Do you think we should post that schedule on our website?
Yeah, probably. I think that we need to probably put it on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. Can we pin posts on Instagram?
I don't think so.
That way it's like the first thing they see no matter what we post. That's stupid.
Nope. I gotta be honest, the schedule will be what the schedule is, and the people who have the notification bell dinged will get notifications when we go live. I don't think this schedule change is going to affect that much.
Okay.
I really don't. And I can make posts on Facebook or, yes, there too, but on YouTube for the people who actually use YouTube, like on the phone, and they'll see the text saying that we've moved our schedule around.
Okay.
We got a $10 super from Just Care that said, I would love some advice on how to handle a relationship after having a baby. Our bubs is 7 months and I'm struggling with being affectionate due to medications and being touched. I'm also willing to bet there's some postpartum going on.
I would agree with that. 7 months? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Be patient.
If you guys haven't both already looked into postpartum, I'd recommend doing that. Postpartum depression. Look with ways for you to cope as the mom, and he needs to look into ways to help you cope as support.
Right. I would also look into other forms of intimacy.
Love menu.
To keep your relationship going. Because it's one thing to have sexual intimacy. It's another to just continue to have intimacy and not feel like we're homies with a kid.
Right.
So.
Oh, look at that.
What?
I don't know. It just looks more clear over here.
Yeah, it's because it autofocused on you. All right. We got another super that's from Megan that says, he asked me, when do I bring up things that bother me? This was whole. I brought him things that had hurt me this past week. When is it best for him? That makes sense to you? Because I didn't read.
What I took from that is you bring him things that bother you when it's best for his time frame.
He asked me, when do I bring up things that bother me? It's a good question. This was whole.
He asked her that?
I brought him things that had hurt me this past week. When is it best for him? Why don't you guys have a check-in and actually have a discussion instead of it being a one-sided conversation? Dialogue instead of monologue.
I'm very confused by that whole question.
This was whole. I brought him things, so that didn't make sense to me. Emma Elise, we'll send a second chat. I have a job situation that I'd love your advice on, if possible, with a super chat. Fucking send it. Send it. I'm just gonna send it, bruh.
What is that from? That sounds so
That's
familiar.
the mullet guy with the fucking pit vipers that wrecks his snowmobile constantly.
Oh.
Devin's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin said, am I wrong for having a 5-year rule? If we've been together for 5 years and are not engaged, then leaving that relationship to find someone who's ready. Ooh, you're going to fucking push some buttons. There'll be a whole lot of fucking opinions on that one. What do you think, babe? I think so.
Yeah, you got 5 years. I am not willing to dilly-dally on my life because you want to act all nilly-willy with your commitment.
There's a whole lot of lilies going on over there.
Yeah. That thing kept popping up about people wanting to join. It was peripherals.
Real shit. You would know within the first 2 years whether or not you can spend or want to spend your life with somebody. There's still some of that obsession phase at the end of the 2-year mark. If you make it another 2 years after the obsession phase and things are going good and you love this person, you should be dating to marry at that point. And if you want longevity and that conversation hasn't been had, like I want marriage or I don't want marriage, that's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
But I agree with that 5-year. I totally agree with that.
I stand by the 5-year.
Yep, indeed.
And I would make it known up front too.
Right. Absolutely. We got Jay, the one that isn't at Quizos, who just sent us heart. We got a couple early accesses. Alex said, my girlfriend ended a friendship with her boyfriend or BFF because they invited her. Dude, that would have been right. That would have been fucked up, right? My girlfriend ended a relationship with her boyfriend. If only I could read. My girlfriend ended a friendship with her BFF because they invited her to an event and not me. It is a couples event. What would be your advice for a better way to hit this without her having to lose her friend?
I didn't process any of that.
All right, how about we do this then? Because this is going to be the answer, apparently.
Would you like me to read it?
Yep.
Okay. My girlfriend ended a friendship with her best friend because they invited her to an event and not me. It is a couples event. What would be your advice for a better way to hit this without her having to lose her friend?
From behind, and I would beat the fucking brakes off of it. Give her a night she will never forget for showing that kind of loyalty to you. That's the answer to that question on my side of things.
Yeah, I mean, I would be insulted. You're inviting me to a couples event and my man's not invited?
Yep.
No.
There's a line that needs to be drawn. And the fact that your girlfriend chose you over her best friend in the night out says a lot about her loyalty to you and like where you stand in her life.
Good for you, man.
I don't know how long this relationship's been going on yet, but you got a good one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Megan B. He only wants to do check-ins once a month because he doesn't want to always be evaluating a relationship.
So you don't do that always? Is that not a thing for people?
I'm always doing it. Are you always doing it?
Yeah.
I'm glad. You know, we never discussed that, but I am constantly cultivating, I suppose.
That's a very real concern. Like,
What do you mean?
to have somebody in your life that's just going along with things, that's not looking for ways to improve and like you're just
like,
coasting.
just backpacking.
Dude, I rip apart everything. I pick apart the things I say. Like I'll have a moment in the day that will like literally keep me up at night, picking it apart over and over and over again. Can't believe I said that. Why did I do that? Why did I shut the door on that person's face? Like, and when it comes to our relationship, it's so much fucking worse.
That shit keeps me up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you just do small check-ins. How is your mental health? How's our relationship? How is our sex life? And just leave it at that. And then once a month, do a really big check-in. So at least then you know. Asking someone the questions of the check-in is not supposed to be a bad thing.
Right.
And if you're waiting until there's conflict to have a check-in, it's going to create a negativity bias about the check-ins. Mm-hmm. They need to be scheduled when things are good or when things are just a normal day.
Right.
Dave Chappelle said that every time my girlfriend goes, Dave, we need to talk. He goes, fuck! Because I know we got to talk about something I got to do.
Right.
The check-ins are supposed to avoid that whole scenario. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think it's... I want to know why that's his mindset. Why does he view that as a negative thing?
Yeah. I don't understand people who don't want to level.
I don't know. I don't get it either.
Like, did you play Mario Brothers and just wait for the timer to run out until your character went and turned into the little telephone Mario and died?
Those were really good sounds.
Because, I mean, really,
yeah.
The whole point is to level.
Right.
It's to succeed. You're taught from a young age to fucking do the best you can to get the best result. Mm-hmm. That's not doing that.
No, that's not. That is stagnant.
Take it a step further. You're taught in school that you have to study to pass a fucking test. This is studying, and your marriage is your fucking test. Like, Yep.
Before I keep reading, I want to thank you all for the super chats.
Yes.
It is much appreciated. And thank you all for being here tonight and taking the time to just
Bullshit
chat
with
with
us.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Heather Brewer. Found on TikTok here. Thank y'all for helping me take accountability for my problems. I appreciate y'all. Currently single and learning to be better.
Yep. It means you're doing the work in between the relationship.
You're going to catch yourself a good one with that mentality.
Yep. We really got to get those accountability shirts figured out. I like the idea of the front saying what you said earlier, like,
my life is dope as fuck.
Yeah. Life is dope AF, so that
ask
people
me
can
how,
wear it.
or ask me why.
Yeah. And then on the back say,
I found out I was the problem,
Yeah.
or I figured out I was the problem. All right. Is this Lane?
Yep.
Anderson. I need advice on petty fights. Well, what's the extent of the petty? Is he hiding the back of your earrings and you're gluing his flip-flops to the ground? Or are you passive aggressive?
Gluing the flip-flop to the floor would be really fucked up. Like, it would ruin the floor, right? But could you imagine somebody trying to put their flip-flop on their way out the door?
I have watched compilations.
Oh, man.
Just care? Just care? I have PPD and PPA. What's PPA?
I don't know what either one of those are.
I'm guessing postpartum depression. postpartum
And then probably anxiety.
anxiety. I was going to say aggravation, which I get. And taking medication for it, which affects my sexual desires, and finishing. However, he pushes sex all the time, and I mentally cannot at the moment.
This is a you one.
So many questions.
Fucking chat's moving.
Okay. All right. Just care. I'm probably pronouncing that so wrong. I'm gonna need you to send in a message. How old is the baby? How long have you been together? Was he understanding prior when you were not in the mood? Did you have discussions prior to pregnancy how you would handle the after effects of it?
I'm going to say some unpopular shit. She should still take care of her man. If I was going through a borderline depression, suicidal depression, and I knew that your needs weren't being met and you addressed it, even if we didn't have intercourse, I would still make you okay.
Oh yeah, no. When I was having I have my bouts of depression. Every time I have a bout of depression, it is always up to a 10.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, like my mouth's not out of commission. My hands work.
Right.
I'm going to go out and make my way to make sure my man is satisfied. Just because I'm going through it doesn't mean I get to neglect you.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And we've both been in that position.
Right.
And we've lived that. So this isn't a hypothetical.
Right. And it's not like it's an every day or multiple times a day.
Right.
You know when I'm hardcore going through it, and if it's once a week, you're grateful for that once a week because you know that I am going out of my way to make sure that we're maintaining our intimacy even though I'm depressed.
Right. Yep. Because it's not about you all the time.
Right.
It's not about me all the time. When we decided to live this life together, we become one flesh.
Yeah. There are definitely times where, very rarely, I know that you are just like dick in the dirt over the day. And
sometimes that's our best sessions. Sometimes.
And I'm in the mood and you're not, and you still take one for the team for me.
I don't see it that way though.
People are, well, that's how people call it.
I know.
Take one for the team.
Yep.
That's not what it is. It's maintaining intimacy and.
Right. I've actually used that term on the podcast.
Yeah.
I just don't want, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really not what it is for me. And because we're actually talking about it right now, now's the time to say that that's not what it is.
Yeah.
I see it as an opportunity to serve.
Oh, yeah. It's an act of service for me. Even if I'm not in the mood for it, it definitely fills my love tank.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Hey. All right. Was it the shoulder move?
We're so fucking stupid.
All right, NLC. My boyfriend of 3.5 years has always said he wants to have kids with me, but recently said he's not sure, which caused an argument between us. Having kids is my dream, and he's always known that advice. Something changed. Okay, so I bet it started an argument between you guys because he said he wasn't sure and you were already instantly either angry or you felt betrayed or your anxiety was kicking and you just kept pushing.
That also speaks to the security of the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. To think I want to create a life with you, to maybe not.
Right. I would have been, if you would have hit me with that, if we were like gung-ho about having kids together, we were excited about it, and then one day we were having the conversation, you're like, I don't know anymore. I'd be taken aback and be like, why? Like, what happened? What's your thought process on that? Help me understand. And if you said, I'm not sure, I'd be like, okay, think on it. Take a couple of days. You know, we're not actively trying to have a kid right now.
I think that they know. I think you would know before you make a statement like that. Because that's not like a...
Some people might need time to come up with it, though. They might need to like plant that seed of, hey, I'm doubting this a little bit. And if they say, I'm not sure, can I have some time to like really figure this out? I just need you to know that I'm going through this. They might need to work up the courage for it.
I want to know why.
Yeah.
Is it a financial thing? Is it I don't want to bring a kid into this cruel world because of depression?
I don't want to bring him into this relationship.
Right. Because that was my initial thought. Is
Yeah.
what changed in the relationship that they went from let's create a life to maybe I don't want to be tied to you for 18 years.
Yeah. Does he have maybe an outside influence, like a parent?
Maybe he's afraid he's not going to live up to being a dad.
There could be so many things.
Yeah, that's a lot of conversation. Very little advice.
All right, Macy Jones. I am struggling to find a balance with being a traditional wife, but also a business owner. My husband works out of town and is only home on weekends. How can I make his life easier while he's away? I don't know. I don't live his life. I would say that's a question for your husbands.
How are you a traditional wife and a business owner? Do you mean that you have all the pink jobs and he has the blue jobs?
Or,
Like that's a question.
yeah.
If that's the case, and that's not a thing, and you're just saying you're a traditional wife, I mean, I don't understand how that would work. But you could do a whole lot of things to make his life easier while he's away. You can pack his lunch for him. You can buy organizers for his suitcase and help him pack and make sure his clothes are clean before he goes. Like
Meal prep for him.
meal prep. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit you can do. You just, again, these are all hypotheticals because we don't know your living situation.
Right.
But that's the little things mean a lot. Leave fucking notes in his suitcase.
Pack him his favorite candies.
Yeah.
So-
Take a bite out of a sandwich when you stick it in his lunchbox and be like, quality control, testing to make sure not poisonous because I don't want to live without you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Emma Elise. That's a name I recognize.
Yeah,
that's popping up a lot.
Yeah.
I was let go after one day with a contract that I get 2 weeks notice on both sides. No real explanation. I'm a nanny. Try to resolve with a phone call. They won't provide. I know you might need more details, so ask away. Help.
Well, depending on the state that you live in, if it's a right to work state, you can be fired at any time for any reason.
What about the contract?
That's where things get tricky.
Right.
Was it like a piece of paper written up between the two of you that you both signed?
message.
Was there a notary there? Was it a text message? Were lawyers involved? Like there's contracts. That's an AJ question. I gotta be honest, that's an AJ question more than an us question because of the contract aspect. Ooh, there's a good one.
All right. Hannah Torpedo. My brain just doesn't stop. You've helped my husband and I learn to communicate better. We've been married for 10 years, known each other for almost 30. Our relationship has never been better or more open. Love you guys. I love that.
How did we help your husband?
Also, you do not look like you are old enough to have known someone for 30 years.
Right.
Sailor Tweety. This is a tough one, but do you have any advice for a lacking sex drive?
Get your blood work done. Get your blood work done.
Unless that's part of the basics. Said the basics are covered and the relationship is good. I don't know what's wrong.
What basics?
I don't know. He said the basics.
How many people actually get their blood work done on a regular basis? You should get your blood work done every 6 months.
Oh my gosh. I had mine done in September.
If you go through LabCorp and don't go anywhere else and you Google your results, you can get your hormones checked for less than $80. If you go through an actual hormone replacement place, you're going to pay more. Titan Medical, we have a code to be better Titan. Will save you $50 to $75 off your initial blood work. But they can then tell you exactly what's going on and give you suggestions on how to take care of whatever's lacking. How long have you been together? What does the relationship look like between the two of you? How is your intimacy? You said relationship is good, but is it good like as in like, like a pack of crackers good? Because, you can't really go wrong with that. Or is it good like fresh popover bread with maple cinnamon butter? Because that's really good too. You know what I mean? Like, so what is good? AJ responded and said, as a paralegal, I had a court martial where a soldier superglued her cheating spouse's dick to his stomach. I wish I would have read that quietly before I read that out loud, because, oh my God. At some point, dude had to pee. And if he woke up having to pee,
It's just gonna...
yeah.
He'd be like the Villaggio.
Yeah.
Hang on. Before you keep reading, I want to address TikTok because people keep asking what we're reading.
Okay.
So what we're reading are actually your guys' questions in the YouTube chat.
And if you were here, you could enjoy it and be a part of the questions.
So hop off of TikTok, hop over to YouTube, join the conversation, and chat with us.
All right.
All right.
Zach said we should print the QR code on the next t-shirt. Maybe.
I should get tattooed on me.
No.
MEE. After too many relationships full of abuse and manipulation, I gave up 4 years ago. I am terrified to try again, but you guys give me hope.
Well, good. Great that we give you hope, but until you are over all that shit, don't date.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Do the dirty work. Watch our playlist on dating.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Dustin Welker. Thank you for just donating, my guy. Is that Moregano? I'm reading that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know my brain does a thing like fillet
Yeah.
and helicopters. Advice for a young and new small business owner while working full time.
There's not enough information there to tell you anything.
Need more, definitely.
Other than if you're going to do it all the way or don't bother.
Mm-hmm. Honey Bunny. Sorry it's not much, but I earn in... Pesos. Oh. And wanted to say a huge thanks, as Peaches read on TikTok now. I have my own business thanks to Chris's words.
Love that.
That is awesome.
She's the one that does the Spanish captioning.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ needs to we need to send that email to AJ.
Okay.
So that him and her can have that discussion, because I don't want to be involved in the tech aspect of it on that side. I just need to know the cost of shit.
Okay. Lexi. Conversations to have in the first year of a relationship, especially when the topic of living together comes up. So we actually have a whole little mini series dedicated to all of that. It is side piece episodes.
That's the dating playlist.
The dating playlist.
Yeah.
There's a whole little mini series called the dating playlist that has all of the information you're currently seeking.
It starts from side piece 11.5, working through your bullshit after a relationship, and then the courting dating phase, moving in together, traditional values, yada, yada, yada. I think it's like a five video or 6 video thing. There is currently 559 people watching this live, and there's only 132 likes. Guys, I'm starting to feel slightly unappreciated, so hit the like button.
Please. Por favor.
Subscribe to the channel, because tomorrow we're going to be doing this again as we get close to 100,000.
I'm so excited. I have this
I wonder what we're at right now.
Emerald green dress that I want to wear. Very stoked about it.
We are less than 1,400 away.
Shut up.
We've jumped 124 followers since we sat down tonight. Yep.
Could you imagine hitting 99,000 tonight?
No, because that would be dope.
No, but don't wait. Slow down.
I think that we can do that tonight, but even still, we're going to have to go live at some point tomorrow. I'm going to be checking that shit.
Right.
Like a crackhead looking in the carpet for a rock.
What if it interferes with the Patreon live?
I mean, fuck them. They'll understand.
Okay.
This is important.
Okay.
Importante. I was going to do that, but I wasn't sure if that was the right word, so I stopped myself. Real shit.
I got you. All right. Nick New 86. Any way to help my boyfriend be comfortable with his dominant traditional side? I know it's in him. I can see it, feel it. I've known him for 13 years. We dated off and on in the past. We're in for the long haul.
Crickets. It's a hard conversation because there's not a lot of information there.
Right. Like, why is he not comfortable with it? Have you guys had the conversation about it?
Right.
Are you dropping hints and he's just not picking up on it? What are the dominant things you've noticed? What are the traditional
things that you need? That's the real question. What do you need to feel like he is more dominant? And what is it that the traditional side? Do you want him to just do blue jobs? Do you want him to lead the house? Do you want him to handle your finances?
Do you want him to be the sole provider?
Yeah. Those questions need to be had. I got to be honest, not all men are capable of being dominant in that aspect. Some of us have a cognitive bias that that's an inappropriate thing, and it's very hard for, it's no different.
It's abusive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, $50.
Nick de Hoyos. That's probably not how you say that, but that's how I read it. Nick de Hoyos. De Ho-Hos. Little W's. How would you assist your partner with talking about things that bother them? When my girlfriend is bothered by something, she'll shut down and not say anything. And sometimes I'll ask her if she wants to talk about something, and I know she's bothered and she's silent.
So are you saying I can tell that you're angry? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Or are you saying I can tell that you're going through it, and when you're ready to talk to me, I'd love to listen?
Yeah.
Two very different conversations, two very different results. Sometimes it's okay if they're processing to just sit next to them. Let them process. If they're going through it, hold their feet. Hold them.
Yeah, the holding of my feet makes me feel safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm going through it, just knowing that you're there and not fucking bothering me is the biggest help that you can give me, because it allows me to process my shit. When you're like, hey, I can tell you're going through it. Do you need anything? And I'm like, nope, I'm just going through it. I'll be all right. And you're like, okay. And then you lay, with your head in my lap, or you put your feet on me and we watch TV for an hour or two while I just go through my shit. Like, that is so much more helpful to me than trying to pry out thoughts that I haven't processed yet.
Do you feel understood in those moments?
I feel appreciated in those moments.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel secure. I feel like we are secure. And I feel like you don't have any like weird abandonment, because people who have abandonment issues and are not emotionally mature get in their feelings and go, oh my God, he's going to leave. What's going to happen? Why is he feeling like this? I must have done something wrong. What did I do? Oh my God. Blah, 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 blah. And that's not the case, because if it was the case, I'd be like, you said this and I'm still working through it.
Right.
And that's not the case. I'm processing what's going on right now. And until I can figure out how to articulate it, you just got to be patient with me. What do you think? I made that comment. We're at 583 concurrent viewers now and 325 likes.
Holy shit.
So mental high five to all of you cool cats that fucking did the thing.
Ooh, cool cats. Thanks to all you cool cats and kittens. All right. So, Madison Hall. Did I just read this? Is this another $50 one?
No, this is another $50 one.
Damn. Okay. Thank you, guys. My boyfriend and I are considering moving in together. He is saying he wants to move in, but we aren't moving toward it as fast as I would like to. We've been long distance for the last 2 years, so I'm ready to get moved and start my new life with him. Oh, man.
Have you guys spent any real time together?
Right.
Are you still live on TikTok?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. And we are at 500. We're going between 500 and 550.
Okay. Full disclosure, I don't believe in long distance relationships.
No.
Because of my life experience, I know that I am not capable of doing that.
I agree. Me too.
Other people are more than capable. So when I say this, I'm saying it strictly for me. Being with somebody for 2 years long distance and not being around them for real significant amounts of time means that you don't know enough about them to move in together.
Right.
Because unless you've gone over there and stayed with them for like 2 or 3 months at a time, you haven't got on each other's nerves in that living situation yet, especially if you have a small living space and can't take that moment to step away from each other.
Right.
See what happens when you touch the microphone for no reason?
I know, it was bothering me. I don't have my fidget thing. I recognize in the middle of me touching it, I was like, oh no, I'm touching it.
As for who's moving? Are you going to move to his area or is he going to move to yours? That's a question that needs to be answered.
Are you both uprooting your lives, or is he the one uprooting his life?
Do either of you work remotely? Because whoever works remotely that can just up and move is the one that needs to be the one to move.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of variables in that. If you want to start your life with him, maybe move to his town and don't move in right away, just so that you can spend more time there.
Yeah.
Because, you may spend 2 months around him and realize that you guys are much better off on the telephone than you are in proximity.
Well, it said you guys are considering moving in together, so it's not even set in stone.
Well, he said he wants to move in.
But it's not moving as fast as I would like it to. So how long have you guys even been discussing this?
That's a good question.
All right. Angelica Jasanecki?
You don't have to say their last names.
Oh.
Just make it easy.
I'm making it formal.
Okay, that works too.
I got myself a good man, but I jumped into it without healing over my ex and the trauma. How do I put in the work to heal without leaving this guy?
Start with therapy.
Yeah.
I would go to therapy. Real shit, or I'd get on YouTube when he's at work and like type out all the shit that's wrong with me and try to find therapists online to get free information and start journaling and reading self-help books and realizing that you have accountability in your fucking life. And regardless of what it was, you have control over you. And if you allow your past to dictate your present, it's going to ruin your future.
Yeah. And you also have to apologize to him when you take out your traumas on him.
Yep.
Okay. Just care.
This is the one who is having issues sexually with their person.
Okay. Little Bubs is 7 months, and if I'm not mentally there, it's very painful, so I can't do that. And then I offer other things. He is not interested. As soon as baby was out, he didn't care. I had to wait. We've been together for 4 years.
Wait a minute. So, doesn't want other things.
Right.
As in all of the other play is off the table. He only wants intercourse.
Yeah, it sounds like he only wants vaginal.
That's a fucking problem.
That is a fucking problem. He needs to get over himself.
Yeah.
He's putting himself in this predicament.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have a conversation and be like, look, this is not okay. The way that you're treating me right now, even though I'm trying to accommodate the needs that you have
And satisfy you.
You are putting me in a position where not only am I obviously not into it, I'm physically in pain and I'm having fucking problems.
Right.
And if you are in this for the long haul, like I believe you are because we have a kid together, you'll be a little understanding and we can work through this. When everything is back to normal, it'll be back to normal. But until then, you need to bear with me.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where I need you to be here for me.
Right.
Eli, $5. Thank you. Macy. This is the traditional business owner. Yes, I do pink jobs and he has blue jobs. He pays the household bills, but I still pay my bills such as credit cards, etc.
Okay. I mean, that's good to know. So
I don't know. I don't know what your guys' lives are. I don't know what time he's getting home. Are you packing things?
Is this
for
the
him?
one that's out of town most of the week?
Yeah, he comes home on the weekends.
I gotta be honest, it really is the small things for me.
Yeah.
Like if I was unpacking my fucking toiletry bag to shave my face and I saw a note in there or like a new scent of soap that you know I like or some shit like that you just kind of stuck in the bag. Those small moments go a long fucking way when you're away from someone. AJ said about the chick that the Emily Elise, I believe is who it was, that said that she got let go one day after and there was a 2 week prior or notice situation. He said that more than likely she would have to sue civilly. That's how far behind we are in super chats.
Wow. Eli, how do I go about getting my wife to get her kids to do chores around the house when they are spoiled?
Okay, so her kids, I'm assuming that you're a step parent, and that is a very tricky situation. Have you guys had conversations about what is and what is not acceptable when it comes to you stepping in as a parent? Because if you guys are married, you said my wife, there's got to be some sort of understanding there that the two of you are together and these are now your kids as well because she is your wife.
Right.
So our kids by doing chores. And if she treats them as her kids and you're not allowed to do anything or say anything, why the fuck did she marry you?
Right.
The next question I have is, if your wife looks at you as a good, decent man with good morals, so much so that she committed to you for the rest of her life and the sanctity of marriage, why the fuck wouldn't she allow you to fucking help raise those kids? Mm-hmm. That would be my approach. I would ask her, you trust me, right? Yeah, I trust you. Do you love me? Do you think that I'm a good man, a capable man, a leader of men? And when she gives you all those answers, be like, do you think that I would be able to help you raise these kids in a way that they will model my behavior, the man that you are willing to spend the rest of your life with because of my character? I'm trying to help you.
That's the kind of statement, when I was like a hardcore fourth wave feminist, I would pull the rug out from under my feet. Mm-hmm. Be like, damn, you got me.
I think that kids should start doing chores at 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Real shit.
Yeah, the kids put their own laundry away.
That's it. At 3, we're going to start picking up our own toys. Mm-hmm. That's a chore. Oh, you went outside to play on the porch? You want to come back inside now? We're going to go inside, pick your toys up. You're teaching responsibility and that people aren't going to fucking cater to you.
Right.
At 4 years old, you add a different chore. 5 years old, you add another chore. By the time they're 10, they should be cooking meals. Mm-hmm. You're teaching your kids to be responsible human beings and being able to take care of themselves. You're preparing them for the world. It's not about catering to them. It's not abuse. You're teaching them life skills.
Teaching them to be an adult.
Discipline.
All right, Felicia. How do I get past coping mechanisms from previous relationships of being in my head and negative thought processes? My mind never shuts off. You have to figure out why you have those coping mechanisms. What are those coping mechanisms rooted in, and why did you develop them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, behavioral patterns can be changed. We call them resetting the default settings of your brain. Mm-hmm. When you recognize that you're doing something, you have the ability to change it. It's no different than, she got the book out.
I did, yeah. It might not be in this book. We call it resetting your default settings. There's an actual word for it, though. And it's cognitive something, and I can't remember what it was.
Cognitive resonance? Was that it?
No, cognitive resonance is when you are able to, for example, empathize with somebody.
Gotcha.
You resonate their emotion back to them and convey in a way like, I understand. It's in one of my other notebooks on my desk. Never mind.
I think once you recognize the behavior, catching yourself in the moment, stopping what you're doing and correcting your behavior in the moment is how you stop those. Coping mechanisms can also be self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
And when you realize that you are doing yourself a disservice and you're only hurting yourself, those are also things that you can look out for.
All right, Beverly. My husband has made so many excuses as to why he doesn't want sex. I've told him the excuses leave me feeling unattractive and unwanted. He has even stated that he's had enough sex in his life that he just doesn't need it. How old is your husband? How long have you been together?
If I ever say that, put me out to pasture.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how does one even say that?
Even if my testosterone is like gone,
Yeah.
and I have to supplement it until I'm 110. If we're old and in the fucking nursing home together and we're not bouncing booties off of bellies, we have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
How is that a thing? There's no such thing as enough money, and there's no such thing as enough booty. I don't understand that mindset. My brain can't even wrap my head around that.
No.
Even with my low testosterone, when I'm not on my regimen from Titan,
right.
I still want it. I just don't want it as frequent. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Nick, you guys are awesome, and I take a lot of your advice to heart, and I apply it to the relationship my girlfriend and I have, as well as my friends. The amount of time you guys and the channel have grown is crazy. I'm proud of y'all.
It has been 6 months and 5 days since we started the YouTube channel.
And we're at almost 100,000.
I'm sorry, since we posted the first video. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm glad that we're making change in people's lives.
Me too.
Because when we really first started this, guys, like real shit, our initial TikToks when we were new, we got a fuck ton of hate.
We did.
And right around the time that we were starting the podcast, we were getting death threats.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we kept pushing and this is doing what it's doing is fucking outstanding.
Nicole, I have learned so much from you both. I am trying to communicate better and watch my words when talking. Any advice on how to get my fiance interested in watching and trying the check-ins?
Send it to him. Just send him the check-in video. You send TikToks to people all day long. It's a request for connection. So send him the check-in video. It's like the third or fourth video that we posted. It's 51 minutes long. Just send him the video and be like, hey, while you're pooping, watch this. Worst it's going to do is tell you no. And then when he says, no, I don't want to watch it, be like, I'm asking you for 1 hour of your time as my fiance. This could potentially make our relationship stronger. Why would you not want to do that? If he doesn't want to watch the video, print out the PDF off of our website, tobebetter.co, and hand it to him. These are the check-ins. This is a real simple thing. It's just to check in with each other to make sure that we're both doing what we need to be doing for each other. Make it about you. I want to make sure that as your future wife, I am taking care of all of your fucking needs. This check-in is going to take 2 hours tops. We know that it can take longer. We've gotten emails that it took 9 hours from other people. But at the end of that 9 hours, divorce papers were set on fire. Like, that's honestly, that's what I would do. I would start by sending the video or printing the PDF and just asking him to look over it.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of man he is. And if he's somebody that thinks that this is just some bullshit fucking Dr. Phil or like, you know, stupid bullshit like Love Connection type podcast, send him the gentleman video.
Yeah.
Be like, these are the kind of people that do the check-in. Like they have content that's not just relationship. Maybe he'll vibe with that and be like, oh yeah, I can listen to that. I don't know him though, so I'm purely guessing.
Right.
We get that question a lot.
We do.
And it always baffles me.
I love it when we hear that they brought it to their partner and their partner was just on board with it.
Right, because it says that they're committed.
It's a green flag to me. Luke, love you guys. Wish I could support more.
Okay, so here's a perfect opportunity to talk about this.
I was just about to say.
Have at it, babe. Do the damn thing.
Oh, I was about to say, the best way to support us is literally by sharing our content.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
You are our little worker bees. You are pollinating the podcast by sending it to friends, sharing it on Facebook, hitting all the little flowers, and sending them our way.
Yep.
That is literally the best thing you can do.
Yeah, it means more than the money.
My little bumblebees.
Yep. The money helps. Don't get me wrong. We've turned this into a business, and,
Right.
and the financial burden that we have removed from our life because of the podcast has allowed us to focus on doing more content, and that was always the goal. But sharing the content is the biggest flattery.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in the tattoo industry, a referral. My best friend got a tattoo by you, and they said to only come here, so here I am. That is the biggest, like, oh my God, I'm fucking, somebody actually likes my work. Like, it is the most sincere form of flattery you can get in terms of what you're doing because it solidifies your quality.
Right.
So sharing the content means that you guys are getting value. It means the fucking world to us. I would also like to point out that there are 581 people in the chat right now, and not all of them are sending super chats. So the fact that you guys are even sitting here listening to us go over this nonsense and we're not answering your questions,
That makes me happy.
thank you so much for fucking being here.
Yeah.
Like it's Thursday night. Do you know where your parents are?
And we're at 594 on TikTok.
Yeah, just still listening to our shit.
Just vibing. I also appreciate you guys being here. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation and have us read your questions, jump over to the YouTube channel. We are still live there, and that's what we're reading.
I wonder how many subscribers we've jumped. Oh, 98,711.
Fuck.
711. Can I read this one?
Yeah.
I have BPD and I need advice on communicating how I feel, act to my boyfriend. He tries to his best ability. Okay, he tries to the best of his ability to understand me. He's amazing. Love y'all. There's 3 books that I recommend to everyone who has borderline. Stop Walking on Eggshells is for your partner because it can help them learn to not get on your roller coaster, which is a very difficult thing, especially if they also have abandonment issues or a personality disorder or bipolar. The second one is Buddha and the Borderline. This is my favorite book on BPD that I've ever read. It helped me learn to switch from emotional brain thinking to logic brain thinking. And it's not like a how-to book. It's literally a book about somebody's life that I was able to relate to and take my own information based off of what I was reading and apply it to me. And the last one is I Love You, I Hate You, Don't Leave. Or Don't Go.
One of those variations.
Somebody in the chat is going to link our book list.
One of the wizards.
And that has all of the recommended reading, and all 3 of those Borderline books are on there.
Can we take a smoke break?
You can take a smoke break.
Okay, well, TikTok, I'm going to take a quick smoke break.
Why don't you send them all to YouTube and just end the TikTok? That way you don't have to worry about getting kicked off for medicating.
Okay, so I'm going to kick you guys off. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, go over to the YouTube channel, the number 2, Be Better on YouTube. That's where we're going to continue the conversation. And who knows? We might go live on here tomorrow. I might go live on here sporadically going forward. I don't know. Just see how I feel about things. Bye, guys. And end. There it is.
All right. Thank you, Luke, for the super chat. Julie Rocks said, this Patreon Discord member will gladly drop a Patreon live and pick back up on regular live for 100K. There you go. She sent it twice.
She sent it twice.
Or he screenshotted it twice. I don't know.
Scroll up. Scroll. Thank you. Okay, yeah, it's the same price. Okay.
Dustin said, new here, joined Patreon and Discord. Wasn't sure how the super chats worked, but I figured it out now. You two rock. #relationship goals. Dustin, you look like a dude who's a dude of a dude. So if you're in Discord, you need to join the men's group. And if you're not, if you're already in the men's group and I didn't see you in the men's group, sound off so that when I go back, I can say hello and thank you for joining.
Oh, that's my phone. I was like, what is that? I was stuck on you're a dude who looks like a doodly dude.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it tickled me. I enjoyed it.
am I wrong?
No.
I mean, he doesn't look like, he does not look like a man who wears skinny jeans.
No. He definitely looks like he carries.
Underneath of that, yeah. I was just about to say that. He's probably got a belt with a firearm on it underneath of that t-shirt.
Ooh, is that Kitsune?
I don't know. Is that how you would read that?
That is how I read that, yeah.
There you go.
I like the little angry cat that's yelling. That's cute. Lots of love, crew. Thanks, got me and my man to fall in love again. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just sprinkling it. I'm the new Cupid, but we're the salt dude. Sprinkling it on you guys.
Are you reading or am I?
I want to do a photo shoot of me as Cupid. Just planting the seed of it. Hannah Matthias. Matt Hyas.
You really just stop reading the last names.
That's right. You already told me to do that.
Yeah.
I haven't even taken a hit yet. I'm having so much fun. I met my husband in high school. We've struggled with lies of porn addiction for the past 6 years, and now we have babies. He's willing to help now with his addiction.
Willing to get help.
Oh, willing to get help now for his addiction. What is his opinion on porn and marriage?
So we have a video on this.
I feel like we have a couple of them.
We actually do, but we have one specifically that is a side piece dedicated to porn that will answer everything that you want to know on that. But the skinny of it, the short just blip of it is that we don't do that around here.
It's cheating.
Yeah, you are pulling the intimacy away from your person to give it to a device. Here's a thought. We are going to be doing more exclusive Patreon content that we have been. We already started doing vlogs to kind of boost that. My buddy is going to make brownies for Peaches for her smoke session one night on Patreon, and she's going to eat a brownie that is probably going to be in the 200 milligram
Not
range.
a whole brownie.
No? Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I know exactly what's going to happen. that brownie's gonna kick in. I'm gonna look at you and be like, I'm fucking high.
Help.
And I'm just gonna look away. And I'm gonna be lost. And I'm just gonna be sitting here, and I might look over at you.
So you don't want to do that, huh? You're just gonna stick to the smoke sessions?
No, I mean I'll eat probably half of it.
Yeah.
Or a quarter of it, see how I feel, nibble on it a little bit more.
This fucking thing ain't shit. Oh god, I shouldn't eat the other half.
There was a time when we were doing shrooms. I can't remember which. It might have been when I looked at your flip flops and I was like, oh my god, I thought they were velociraptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took 4 grams. And I was like, this ain't shit. And I went back and got like another 1.5 grams, and then the 4 grams started hitting me, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
oh no, I fucked up. All right, Jessica Turner. I like your profile picture. Gives me very like Mother Earth vibes. Oh, you told me not to read last names, and I did it.
It's all right.
How do you get over triggers from a past abusive relationship? I went through counseling, was put on meds, and it doesn't help. They keep telling me it's PTSD.
Okay, so meds are a mask.
They are.
They're used to get you to be able to work through your shit. So if you're just taking meds and not working through your shit, the meds are pointless.
Correct.
Counseling can only get you so far. PTSD will be a thing, but you can work through that as well.
I've worked through my PTSD.
Right.
I used to have very hardcore flashbacks. Like I would not know where I'm at. And it would be minutes of people trying to coax me back into, like, it's not happening more. You're safe. Relax. It's certainly something that you can get over.
You also need to realize that your triggers are yours. Mm-hmm. It's a choice. You allowed the things that are happening to you to dictate your response. You don't have to respond. If you are bothered by something, you can go, why does this bother me? Rip it apart and then address it with the person who did it. Mm-hmm. And if it's not somebody that matters in your life, be like, fuck this and just walk away. There's no reason to even get into it. I would read Choice Theory by William Glasser.
When I get triggered like that, well, when I used to get triggered like that, I don't get triggered like that anymore. Certain things still kind of get me going, but not to the extent of shutting down. When I would get triggered and I would have that anxiety and I would feel the need to like confront somebody or text somebody or like, I need you to tell me that I'm okay so I know that I'm okay. I would reach out to whoever I would reach out and it would start shit because I'm an emotional mind. I'm panicking. I can't get things across. I isolate myself now. Yeah. When I notice that my mood changes and I'm getting that fight or flight panic, like the walls are closing in on me, I isolate. I sit by myself and I deep breathe and I explore it. And I'm like, why am I feeling this way? What's happening? What's going on? What triggered it? Why is this a thing? And until I figure it out, I don't interact with people. I don't message anybody. I don't call anybody. It is no contact until I get through my shit because I'm not trying to clean up messes emotional Peaches made. Yeah. I'm good. Sweet Caroline.
Not doing it. Because I was going to scream it, and I know that there are people wearing headphones. But I almost did. At the top of my lungs.
A fun prompt for you. Ask each other, what's the last thing I did for you that made you feel loved?
Is that you asking me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you that.
Man, there's not a time that I don't feel loved. There's not a time that I don't feel loved in our relationship. I
love that.
There's not been times where there's been something done where I've questioned that. You know what I mean? And that's not like a cop-out answer. I'm going to sit here and think about the last time there was a moment that was really like, damn. We haven't done much lately.
I would say earlier today while we were recording.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did I do? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking about the vows and...
Yeah, you... I did that or you did that? You did that.
Well, that was a moment that made me emotional.
Yeah.
And I think
there was tears.
You getting emotional made me feel loved.
Yeah.
Like knowing that is... Our marriage makes you emotional. You're not an emotional person.
Yeah.
Knowing that it is that deep for you that you're willing to be a little bit vulnerable over it does mean a lot to me.
I can actually pick one from today too.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were leaving and you rolled your window and I was like, and I turned around to see what you're doing. What are you doing later? Yeah. Like you flirting with me out in the middle of the road. Men don't get compliments the way women do.
Yeah.
So those moments are fun for me. They feel good.
I'm glad.
I don't know. We have a lot of moments. It's not. I can't think of a single time where I've ever questioned that. So like this is hard for me because there's a lot of times where we're on the couch and like you'll adjust and put a different body part on me just to get closer, or like you'll just sit in my lap because you know what I mean. Like we don't have a lack of intimacy or a lack of connection with us. I don't know. I have one in my head.
Yeah.
That's really good, but it's not for the podcast and it's not sexual.
No.
I'm going to message you.
Okay. Is it going to make me cry?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just it's not something that I want to disclose publicly.
Okay. I know something you don't know. My eyeballs hurt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That support is huge.
That was a really dope moment for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That moment's ingrained in my mind. All right, Nori. My ex who temporarily moved to Florida for the Disney program just broke up with me after she closed off and didn't talk to me about any problems. I don't want her back. I can send an email going over it to see what you think.
Okay, here's the real question. If you don't want her back, the relationship is already over. Why are you looking behind you?
Right.
Why not go, okay, this didn't work. Realize what didn't work, where you could have been better, and move past it. Things can't go back to the way they were because if that happens, you are regressing in life.
Yeah.
You will never be the same as you were. People who say, I just wish things could go back to the way they were. They can never be the way they were. You have grown. Things have changed.
Life moves.
Fail forward. You can send the email if you want, though. If it gets past the screeners, we'll read it.
McKenna. I struggle with processing my thoughts when I'm uncomfortable. My memory shuts off, so I forget conflicts instead of processing. I freeze when I try to focus.
I would get tested for autism.
I would as well. I would also start journaling. Definitely start journaling. Christine just sent $9.99. Thank you. Francesca. Oh, I love that name. If I ever got a French bulldog, I would name her Francesca.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I fucking love those little dogs. Can't have dogs. No. Stop it.
Okay. I understand. I try to talk to my boyfriend about my emotions, and then he triggers an episode, then blames my mental. And the civil conversation about emotion disappears.
Okay. How does he trigger an episode?
Right.
In you? Like he triggers an episode in you because your triggers are your problem, not his.
Right.
How does that work?
Is he intentionally saying things that he knows is going to set you off?
And if you know that these things are going to set you off and you know that they're triggers for you, why haven't you done the work to get through them yet?
I would love to know what the conversation looks like between the two of you.
I would love to see that shit too.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. A bell to Cain. I have started serving my husband
Abel.
Huh?
Abel to Cain.
Abel?
I think that's a biblical reference to brothers.
Oh, Abel to Cain.
I could be wrong.
I could also, I don't know. I have started serving my husband at dinner. Some nights we do clean out the fridge. He still wants to wait for me, but it takes me longer to get to the table. I want him to start eating before I sit. He disagrees. Thoughts?
Good man.
I disagree too.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you cook, everyone fucking waits. Kids are waiting. If we had company's waiting. Ain't nobody fucking eating until you sit down at that table.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if everything is cold. We're going to eat cold mashed potatoes and fucking smile about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is to serve.
Yeah.
When you cook and you serve the plate, he is supposed to wait for you to sit down. There's multiple reasons in all of that. The servitude first lets you know that you're the head of the house. Who gets the hottest meal at the table?
You do.
No,
I mean,
you
I
do.
do. You get the first meal. I get the hottest meal when I
Right.
sit down with my plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a service on both parts.
All right, Kinsey. What would your advice be to someone who has never dated before? I'm almost 20 now, and I am not sure how to find someone who wants a traditional marriage.
Ooh, if only someone created a playlist on their YouTube page that covered all of this.
Maybe label it dating.
That would be a good name.
Yeah.
That is definitely a good name. Yep. I would just watch all of their videos because if they're that slick, there's tons of value there.
I would say so.
Do your research, court, become friends. Don't just settle. Like, know your fucking worth.
I would say figure out what your boundaries are.
Yeah.
If you don't know what your boundaries are, sit down and ask what you're okay with. Make up hypothetical situations. What would I do if I found out he was cheating on me with my best friend? What would I do if I found out that he had an OnlyFans? Or if he was subscribed to OnlyFans? What would I do if we were married for 5 years and his mom overstepped boundaries?
Yeah.
Would I expect him to stand up for me? Would I expect him to lay the law with his mom? That's what I do with my spare time sometimes. I just sit down and think about shit that,
Yeah.
if it ever happens.
We do that when we read emails every week.
Holy shit, you're right.
We have 583 people currently watching and 417 likes.
Ooh, click that like button, guys.
Subscribe to the channel.
Little.
I want to see us hit 99,000 by the time we end this live tonight. I think it's possible. I do believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Miss Moss.
Ooh, I love this question.
What's the next vacation plan?
Should we talk about that?
Yeah.
I have spent the last 48 hours researching Vegas trips, and it has taken everything in me not to purchase tickets to Vegas in September. The only thing that has me holding off is that there's a potential hurricane coming. The whiskey room is being built this weekend, and I'm about to spend a whole bunch of money on things for the house.
Yeah.
And I just need to make sure that all of our ducks are in a row and we're able to take that time off and not be fucked with. And there's also the underlying thing of your TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
Because I can't buy the tickets for the flight without your TSA pre-check and then add later, I don't think. I need to look into that because if I can do that, I can just do it.
Okay.
The money's there. I really want to fucking go. And we sent an email to Bunny's manager and haven't heard back yet. But I also don't want to book a trip to Vegas in September and then her manager come back and be like, she's free in October. Or she's free in 3 weeks. Because if she's free in 3 weeks, we're fucking going to Vegas in 3 weeks.
Okay.
But that's...
I mean, I'd have to make arrangements.
We'll make those arrangements.
Okay.
Yeah. Come hell or high water. Doesn't matter if we got to leave a car here for somebody else to drive or whatever has to happen. We have to... That needs to happen. That's not a priority to us.
Okay.
Or to me anyways. I would assume it is to you too because
Yeah.
you love her just as much as I do. Oh, look at this.
Oh, it's Trumpet Man. That's his name in my phone.
Trumpet Man?
Trumpet Man. Yeah, there's a little trumpet emoji. Wish I could be listening with you all, but have a new sub watching me play the show tonight. So I have to pay attention to the show. That's right, you work.
It's crazy how people... Okay. It's really fucking crazy how this has changed our life in terms of the people who are in our actual lives.
Right? Fucking right?
Yeah. The amount of people who have been removed simply because of the lack of support and like enthusiasm in what we're
Yeah.
doing and the amount of people who are here that genuinely give a shit about what we do. Yep.
Turbulent Fire Gaming. I absolutely love you guys. My wife and I had a lot of issues lately. I sent an email back on the 9th, but I'm afraid that it looks like spam because of my email address.
Turbulent Fire Gaming. At Jen A or Zach in the chat and handle that because if it did go to spam, the Wizards would have noticed. Or they wouldn't have noticed. I'm sorry, they would not have noticed. Ooh, look at that name.
Can you read this, please?
Okay, Cerulean Firefly. Been a while since I dropped a super. Been going the fuck through it with life lately. But wanted to drop in anyways and remind y'all that you are awesome. And I'm phenomenally grateful to the two of you and the impact that you've made on my life and relationships.
Thank you, Cerulean.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love that the longer we do this, the more and more screen names we recognize.
Oh, yeah. Kitsune. Mandy Sevens.
I'm so glad you read that because I was like, Mandy Stevens, the Princess Angel. I was like, damn, she just put it all out there.
She looks like Billie Eilish, but like more pixie fairy.
I still don't know what that means.
Like a Tinkerbell, Billie Eilish mashup. How do I show my man I'm devoted to him and only him? Side note, I love you guys. My boyfriend and I send your guys' videos back and forth to each other all the time. And to be honest, I found so much confidence in myself because of your guys' videos.
That's dope as fuck. Mm-hmm. But why doesn't he feel that you're devoted to him?
Right. What are some of the reasons?
There's got to be criticisms there. He's told you what it is.
If
That's
not
what I would work on.
criticisms, then insecurities that he has.
Yeah. That could be that too.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you know what to work on. Mm-hmm. I would like more information on that as to why he feels that way or why you think he may feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Vanessa.
We're not going to try to read that. Medroxyprogesterone acetate 10 messed me up. Good couple of years ago. My husband got the worst of it and now we are much better. Your content helped.
I love that.
Love that. Yep.
Macy. Message retracted.
Thanks for the $20, but I wish the message was there.
I feel like, you know how when the government releases documents, they black out certain things?
Redacted?
Yes. And I'm like, why would you do this to me? That's how I feel when that happens. What are you hiding?
Right.
I was like, Jesus. It's Jesus.
Yeah, we're not reading that one, though. It's the super underneath of it.
Lishu? Thank you for the PTSD advice. Any advice on how making your partner feel heard, even if what they're saying seems something so little?
Support them.
Yeah.
Repeat it back to them. Repeat things back.
I do that.
That's a
lot.
fucking superpower to not respond and go, okay, I want to make sure that I understand what you're saying and then repeat it back. And then they'll be like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pause. Reflect. Then engage. It shows that you're actually invested and you're not just listening to fucking respond.
Yeah.
We have real shit, guys. Peaches and I have to do that every single time there is a disruption in our life. It doesn't matter how big or how small that disruption is. One of us has to repeat things back 1,400, 1,500 times because we don't speak the same language. We have two very different life experiences. So we have to break things down, and sometimes we have to repeat the same fucking thing 15 times.
Yeah.
Before someone goes, okay, I fucking get it. And then and then it sinks in. That is a superpower, especially when you start to get frustrated because it's so hard to be like, what fucking part of that don't you get?
There are definitely times where I get that from you.
We both said that to each other. What don't you understand?
What is it I'm saying? What word? Kayleen.
That's as close as I get to raising my voice.
Yeah.
It really is. Because I know at that point I'm starting to really get frustrated.
Yeah. In those, I get frustrated like that too. And in those moments, I'm not frustrated with you. I'm getting frustrated with myself. Because it's really trying to figure out how to speak Spanish to you when I'm speaking French.
Right, because we know what we mean.
Right.
And it's so fucking basic.
And I'm like, this is my dialogue. How are you? I wish, you know what would be so dope?
Just to be able to plug a microphone jack into the back of the ear to be able to...
If we were Avatar. If we were Avatar, you know what I mean? And you understood. I love that. I love us. Can we do shrooms?
We can't talk about that on the podcast.
No?
Kayleen said, you have answered all my questions with your podcast, but I wanted to thank you guys for everything that you do. Y'all are fantastic. You've helped me more than words can say. You've validated a lot of things in my relationship. One, I love that you listen to all of the content before sending an email, dude. Thank you so much for that.
It really does mean a lot.
So much, because it's not going to be an email where we've like looked at each other and be like, we've answered this 15 fucking times. Like, you did the work. We also had that interview with a therapist who said this exact thing, that people are able to relate to the emails without feeling attacked and can start working on their shit.
You know, we can tell when you guys are invested in the emails.
Yeah.
When you put your time into what you're doing, we're going to put our time and more effort in what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Every email gets effort. There are certainly ones where we're like, okay, we've answered this 40 times. Let's try to rephrase this again, I guess. But it's just super dope.
Also, thank you for the support. The fact that you've listened to all the podcasts and sent a super chat, dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Seriously. Also, for those of you who do not follow us on Instagram, To Be Better Podcast has an Instagram account. We post on that Instagram, and it's not just TikTok videos reshared. We actually post our life on there when we're out in public and doing shit. Peaches posts shit on there at random when she's outside having her little thoughts.
I'm posting something now.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. So please follow us there. And when you, I think, how do you feel about this? Here's a thought. When we post our shit on TikTok and someone shares it and we catch it on our stories, should we then reshare it to our story and just write thank you across the front of it?
Yeah.
It might get people followers.
Why not?
It won't take but a second to do it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that's an incentive for people to share our content. Cost us nothing, cost you nothing.
Okay, so I was in the middle of doing something, so I'm going to say this back to you to make sure we're on the same page.
Oh, wait, you're going to repeat it back to me to make sure that you understand? Crazy.
Is that not a thing people do?
It's something that people should be doing.
Strange.
Fucking diva.
So what we're going to do, I really am. Marilyn Monroe. No, I'm not. What we're going to do is when we see people out in the wild sharing our things on Instagram, we're going to share it
to our page.
From their page to our page.
If they tag us, we can share it to our page. It's literally just share the story. One button, and then write thank you across it and send it.
Dope.
Yep.
Wait, to our story.
To our story.
Okay.
So that people can see that people are sharing our content.
Dope.
They'll share, we'll share. There's a whole lot of sharing going on. This is how people get cooties, by the way.
Right, like you scratch.
I hope you have an antivirus. Moving on.
Okay. Hang on, I'm still making a post. Right. You can read if you'd like.
All right. I'm going to thank everybody else who's still in the chat because there's still over 500 people watching our shit right now.
Up.
Yep. And I think it's super dope that you guys are hanging out with us.
I love that.
I know that we have been live for, I don't know how long we've been live. What has it been?
An hour.
Hour and 20 minutes. It's super dope that you guys are still here hanging out. The Instagram is To Be Better Podcast. We also have Sinful Images, which is our photography account that we rarely ever post to, but when we get feeling froggy, we will post to the Instagram account as well. While she's doing that, and I have everybody's undivided attention, I'm going to go to me so that you can all just see my face. We sat down with our t-shirt guy today over the aprons, and moving forward with the aprons, we are starting that process. And we talked about doing the accountability t-shirt, and we started talking about the his piece, her home t-shirts, so that we can have shirts for his and hers. If that is something that you guys want us to drop at the same time, let us know. Somebody in the chat can just be like, yes or no. 1 for yes, 2 for no. We'll make it real simple. If you want it, hit 1s. If you don't want them both at the same time, hit 2s. Taking polls, doing the thing. All right. Being courted for a traditional values relationship, I have always wanted this. He was raised with those values and I wasn't. I've been around abuse my whole life, experienced it, just started the podcast and shared it with him. Thanks. Pay attention, Peaches. This is your time to shine. Because this is your life. Minus the sending videos of us to me. Being courted for traditional values
relationship. Yeah, kind of, pretty much. It was strange. It was like it's so cheesy to say that I turned into a butterfly.
You're right. That was pretty cheesy.
I'm going to say I turned into a lunar moth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked over and it's just ones. And then one person going, Chris, what have you done? And then ones.
Why are there ones?
Because I said, I was mentioning the t-shirt drop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was like, we're going to do the accountability shirt and his and hers. And I was 1 for yes and 2 for no. And it's just 1. To be fair.
To be fair.
Zach is also spamming 1. So, all right, next super. $50. Macy said, me again. Hello, me. It's me again. My husband just got home for the weekend.
Was that Beetlejuice?
Huh?
Was that Beetlejuice?
No, that was Megadeth.
Oh.
Fun fact, I can't stand that band. There's one song by that band that I like, and that happened to be the song.
What song is it?
I don't even know the name of it.
There's one song I like by Megadeth too. What a coinky dink if it's the same one.
My husband just got home for the weekend, and I just took his boots off for the first time. It brought tears to his eyes because he said that took carrying to a new level. Can't wait to try your advice when he leaves again for work.
I love that.
That act of service is fucking huge.
Dude, it goes a long way.
Yep. And like, it's one thing to take somebody's shoes off. People do it for each other all the time. You know what I mean? Or like help their person put their shoe on or tie it. Like, it's another to do it after a fucking work day when like you're just done. There's no energy left. You're fucking exhausted. You don't want to do anything else. You don't want to shower. You just want to sit down, take in the AC, get some water in you, and fucking relax. I'm going to wait until you're caught up over there so that we can have your undivided attention, because I'm sure people would rather see you than me.
I have a picture I want to post.
Okay, can you do it after the live stream so that you are engaged?
Well, I wanted to do it because you were sending people to the Instagram, and I wanted them to see something new.
Well, if they've never been to the Instagram, everything is new.
Okay, I'm done.
And go.
Oh. Nori, things have changed, but I look back to see where I went wrong and be accountable to help future relationships. Just would love different opinions. Well, we have over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel.
I think that was the Disney chat.
Was it?
I think so.
What Disney chat?
The one who said that their person moved here from Disney? Maybe? I don't know. We're so far behind that like we're struggling to keep
I don't
up.
recall that name.
It's been on there a couple times.
Tonight?
Yep.
I haven't said that name.
And we're scrolling back up.
You just passed it.
Did I?
Keep going. Pause.
There it is.
Oh, you read that one and I read it through real quick. Okay. Disney program. Oh yeah, and then she broke up, got distant.
Yep,
Okay.
and she just wants other opinions. Yeah, you can send an email. Send it. Uh-oh, there's your HR rep.
Speaking of meds, before ADHD meds, my brain would throw intense emotions to the back of the brain. Now that I'm medicated, I actually have to process those emotions. It's definitely a tool, not a fix.
Yep, I have to process those emotions.
Mm-hmm. Dark Queen Lizzie.
There's a fun one.
I want to shout out my husband. Love you, babe.
I like it when people do shit like that.
I love that too. In my mind, you know what? I'm going to tell you that I've thought about doing this, so I'm just going to start doing it. When I go to leave the house, I go, all right, I'll be back in a bit, or I love you. And in my mind, I'm like, as I'm standing in the front door, like just blowing you
After you've already given me a kiss?
Yeah.
Just a final seal the envelope?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that.
Abel to Cain said that Abel was my maiden name, Cain is my married name. I love that you took that, and that's a very cool play on the way that worked out, especially because of the undertone to it.
Yeah. Julie, hush your mouth on hurricanes, Chris. I'm flying back to Key West
yep.
next Thursday. Nothing until after 7:15.
After Ian, I'm good on the hurricane thing for a while. Like I'm good for like at least a decade. They still haven't fixed our fucking roof. Like I'm good on that. I don't want any more hurricanes up the Gulf Coast. And if it's going to come up the Gulf Coast, hit Texas. Like leave us fuck alone for a little while.
Sarah, my fiance and I watch your show together. Thank you.
The real question is do you pause it and have conversations about the shit we talk about? Because that's the difference between drinking whiskey in like a solo cup or in like a Glencairn. You can have the experience, but you could really have a good experience. You can smell it. You can take in the flavors.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, all those bourbons that I have out there all have their own different smells and shit to them.
You know what we could do? Maybe for Patreon content? Let's do a smorgasbord
And see if you can taste them.
of the whiskeys, and you're like, no, smell this one, and like I'll just smell it and like name shit.
We can do that. It has to be, we'll probably have to put that on Vimeo because
Okay.
YouTube will demonetize over that.
Really?
You can't drink. You can't drink on a YouTube page at all. If they see you drinking,
What
like
if-
I could fill this with vodka. It's not.
Right.
It's fucking water, obviously, but
Right.
because I don't like vodka.
Yeah.
I'm a bourbon guy. And you would never know, and that would be okay because they can't tell. But as soon as you're like, this is Blanton's, and I'm drinking out of this Glencairn, they're demonetized.
Okay, so what if we call it spicy apple juice?
I don't think that would work. I don't want to risk that because I value the YouTube channel.
What if we did it on like the reactions channel?
What if we recorded it, put it on Vimeo, and then stuck it on Patreon so that
Okay.
you can still watch the content? We don't have to worry about getting kicked off YouTube.
Okay. I love that people are referring to us as a show.
I do too because it feels more than just us recording a podcast.
Right. Also, I was thinking that's the difference between like us and Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
People can actually pause us and have conductive or progressive conversations instead of just going, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Sabrina, I know it's not much, but this community has changed my life for the better, and I couldn't thank the both of you enough.
Love that.
Death Clan, I'm here for the chaos and shenanigans, hydration, and vape check. Oh, he called it. It's a check.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have hydration.
You have soda.
It's a check.
It doesn't mean that you have to partake.
I do, because I picked up the vape.
Oh, well. Would you like me to get you a water?
No, I'll be back. It's okay. I almost got up with my headphones on.
All right. Well, we are waiting.
Answer some questions from the live chat.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything important that I can talk to them about while you're gone. And I can't. I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, Sarah responded. I guess I am going to pay attention to the chat over here. In response to Chris's response to my super chat, yes, lots of conversation had that we never considered. We're big into growth, especially together. That's what's up.
What's up?
The Sarah person they do pause and have conversations.
Dope.
Jen A said, stop hydration checking me. So rude. Where's the sub count at? That is a good question. Did we hit 99,000 yet? Nope. 98,812. We have gone up 300 subs since we started the chat or the live stream. We're going to hit 99,000 tonight.
That's going to be insane.
Yep. It's going to do the damn thing. All right, you ready back to the chats?
Yeah.
Are you back?
I am back. Okay. Is the screen still just on you?
Oh. No. No, I'm on it.
You know what's crazy? I can't even see it right now. That's just how well I know you.
Oh. Oh, because I put the chat back up?
Yeah, the chat's up. I can't even see the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's us.
I am very
Attentive.
Off-center.
Yeah. He's scared of being cheated on because his ex-wife did. Also, thank you so much for the comments on my appearance. Haha.
Fuck.
Are you having performance issues? Do you need me to get you
know.
some Cialis?
Yes.
You're not even that old. What is happening over there?
I don't know. How you don't know how old I am. Could be 300.
Do you remember this original chat?
Yes, he's
Okay.
scared of being cheated on because his ex-wife did.
Was that the insecure one?
I believe so.
Like
I
how do
don't
you-
recall.
How do you? Damn it! How did she word that? Scrolling back up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Jesus. Cheese and
That's a lot of super chats. Thank you guys so much.
right?
Holy shit.
This is a little insanity going on over here.
Wow.
How far up was that? Did I pass it?
Maybe.
I feel like I passed it. Yeah, because that was all the way up at the top. I should probably slow my scroll. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
That was good. Okay, how do I show my man I'm devoted to him and only him?
Okay.
And it's because he was cheated on previously by the ex.
Right. Okay, so here's a thought, right? You didn't do that to him.
Right.
Someone else did. Why do you need to atone
Pay
for
penance.
other people's sins? Did you get it?
I did.
All right.
And it went,
Real shit. Just be transparent with him. If he didn't work through his trauma because his ex did foul shit, just be transparent. Don't be shady. Don't hide shit. Don't turn your phone away. And also remind him when he starts feeling that way, like, you are holding something against me that I didn't do to you. Mm-hmm. I didn't charge up that debt. Why are you trying to make me pay for it?
right. Rachel, I just got into a relationship with someone who is 8 years older than I. He has everything I needed with maturity and everything else, but now I've grown a fear of not being mature enough. Don't want to mess up.
Nope.
Nah.
That's not a fear to have.
You're 41.
42. I'll be 43 this year.
No, you're not. Really?
I'll be 43 this year. I was born in 1980.
What year is this?
2023. How much have you smoked?
Where are we? I had that same moment. My mom's birthday was the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way. You're not 38. Stop it.
Yeah. I got to be honest. There's going to be times with that age gap that they will probably recognize that there is an age difference there. But when it comes to maturity, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Unless you're 18.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because you're still a child at that point. Mm-hmm. But posture check, you fucking croissants. I love that. Sitting like a shrimp. That's what we tell our tattoo artists all the time. Quit sitting like a shrimp.
Kelby, many thanks for allowing me to be a Discord mod and connect with so many amazing people. Also love the purple peaches.
Well, thank you for complimenting my wife's beautiful hair. As for the Discord mod, you got to thank Jen and Zach for that. They're the wizards behind the screen.
Oh yeah, they handpick all of you guys.
Yeah, they go, how do you feel about this? And we're like, you guys are
got
here
it.
way more than we are. You do your thing and just let us know what you want to do, and we support you.
What's your opinion?
Yep. Is there a video for different communication styles? I feel like there is. I feel like we covered that super early on.
Communications. I believe so. I believe there's 4 different communication styles. Hang on.
Didn't we make a standalone video on that?
I believe we did.
Because it was a short one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we covered that. Vanessa Ruiz said circle, circle, dot, dot, because I said that's how we get cooties.
Hey.
Lots of ones. RJ Hale, $10. Good sir and lady. What is one of your favorite memories of one another throughout your relationship? I appreciate all of your advice throughout the podcast. It helps me to strive to be better each day. So let's not answer with what we've answered with in the past.
Right. I was like, yeah, okay, different memories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Go.
Okay, hang on. I need to ponder.
I'm going to let you go first because I'm going to try to not pick the same thing you are.
Okay. Waking up on a really cold, rainy morning in Tennessee next to you.
St. Augustine Lighthouse.
Yeah.
That photo says everything.
Yeah. I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I can't.
Emma Elise hit us with another thing that says, everyone says to sue civilly, but it makes me sick. I know I should stand up for myself, though. Is this really worth it to you to stand up over something as simple as being let go?
Yeah.
People get let go of jobs all the time. Find another job. That's a superpower. Their superpower is they can let you go, and your superpower is that you can find another job.
Yeah.
If this was one of those things that like you fucking quit a job for and like it puts you in a really foul position, I can understand the want to get revenge.
Right.
But how much time and energy are you going to waste doing that when you should be looking for another job and trying to level your life up? Can you afford that? Lawyers aren't fucking cheap.
They're not.
I can tell you that I have never sat down with a lawyer ever in my life for less than $1,300.
Yep.
That $1,300 was a single paper document.
That's insane.
I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 15 years with lawyers. They're expensive. Where can you start to have self-love to attract the right man for your life? We've talked about this a lot too.
We have, yeah. Are we talking about it again?
No, I was just waiting so that you could say the statement.
So where can you start to have self-love? By starting to set boundaries in your life.
Realizing that you're worth it, that you have value. Work on being the best version of you and learning to love yourself along the way.
Yep.
Unlearn all the fucking stories you've been told about yourself. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. You're not attractive enough. All the bullshit. You're going to be in prison for the rest of your life. You uneducated fuck. All of it. That's somebody else's story. It's not yours. That's somebody else's story about you. You can write your own story. You are the author of your life. Take charge of that motherfucker. Write a dope-ass novel. A motherfucking love story to you.
I love that. I'm writing a love note to myself, and it's really beautiful.
Jay Relly.
Took Zach's challenge of the day. Took Zach's challenge of answering the question of the day in Discord every day this week, and just doing that one small thing has made me think of life in such a different way. Thank you for building this community.
I read her name, Cinderella. Speaking of Zach, shout out to my favorite coworker. I respect the fuck out of you, Jen A.
Jenna. Kayla.
I have PTSD, and because of that, it can be really hard for me to communicate with my boyfriend. Your videos have helped us both with our overall relationship, and I just wanted to say thank you to both. No, thank you for the support. Thank you for sharing the content with your boyfriend, having the discussions, growing.
Thank you for taking the time to listen.
Right. Because you guys could see these TikToks and go, yeah, whatever, and keep scrolling. You can see these videos on YouTube and be like, pfft. The fact that you're taking the time to watch my wife and I have conversations on YouTube.
With us looking like this.
Right. Fucking own your life, dude. You guys are doing such a dope job.
Nori, you two are great. I have been listening to your videos daily since March. You two have changed me for the better. I'll send the email. It passes.
Dope.
Drew, my boyfriend has been calling me his wife to others, but we've only been together for a year. Is that concerning? I've been confused. He jokingly flirts with his female friends and isn't the best communicator. How do I manage?
At first, I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
He's like claiming ownership. Maybe that ring is coming. And then that fucking train derailed and exploded, and now there's toxic waste all over the field and nobody's cleaning it up.
Yeah.
He jokingly flirts with his female friends and isn't the best communicator. That's not okay. It's not. Don't do that.
No.
You want to sow doubt in someone?
That's how you do it.
Do that.
You want to get ants? That's how you get ants.
I got to be honest. Even if he's not the best communicator, he needs to listen.
Yeah.
You need to sit down and be like, okay, I've noticed these things. I think it's super fucking dope that you're telling people that I'm your wife. And if that's what you want to do, we need to have that discussion so that we can start laying the foundation of our future. But if you view me as your wife, stop flirting with other people. Even as a joke, it's not okay.
I agree with everything you just said. I'm going to correct you. It's not that he's not a good communicator, because listening is part of communication. He's a bad speaker.
Okay.
Or he's bad at verbalizing.
That's a name I recognize.
Me too. All right, chaotic thoughts. Please don't stop being your authentic selves. My favorite videos are the ones of y'all being silly, like the snot rocket and news anchors.
Oh my God, I forgot about that fucking snot rocket video.
I think about that at least once a day.
That's funny as shit. I forgot all about that. That's good. You know that there are people who watch us and see that side of us and go, I can't believe I'm taking advice from these fucking people.
I know. Yeah. All right, Cerulean, again, I largely want to make up for some lost time, minimal interaction by being top super chatter for the time being. I dumped a ton of roses and gifts on Jeff's live on TikTok today. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Love the piece he did today on his live.
Yeah, that tattoo actually came out super dope. Jeff is actually starting to realize the negativity of TikTok. He sent me a conversation this morning between him and a very famous tattoo artist. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name the guy.
Right.
Very, very famous tattoo artist. And dude was ripping him apart because Jeff is talking tattoo with non-tattoo people. And
Ripping
they're like,
Jeff apart?
yeah, going, you're giving away trade secrets. You'll never be respected as a real tattoo artist. And like fucking ripping him apart. And I know this person that was ripping him apart. I've had phone conversations with him in the past. And dude sells DVDs. Like he has seminars that you can buy, that you can download off of torrent sites. So how is what he's doing any different than what Jeff is doing? And Jeff's not giving advice. He's talking about his techniques and the things that he does because he's a self-taught artist.
Right. That dude can eat dicks.
Yeah. Jeff Graham, for those of you who do not follow him on TikTok, he is Jeffrey Graham Tattoos. He is my best friend. He is slowly building his TikTok channel. I think he's up to like 6,000 followers now. So if you don't follow him on TikTok, you should. He goes live every day that he works, and he is a phenomenal tattoo artist. What are you doing?
I'm going to text you something.
Okay. He will be on our show when the Whiskey Room is done with his wife, Angie, because he also has a traditional value relationship where they have 6 kids and he is the sole breadwinner and she stays at home and does the mom thing. And they have a severely autistic child and like...
I believe they have 2 autistic children.
Do they?
I believe so.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to do that, you can. I'm sure he will. Do I need
I
to
meant on
read
his
the-
account.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I can't say that I would blame him. I would if I was him.
No, I mean like suggesting it to him.
Oh, he will. I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he does it with every single tattoo he does.
Okay. Lady Loves. Hi, I want to say I appreciate you guys. I've learned more from you two in 2 weeks than a year of therapy. Used to not agree with these roles, but in my current relationship, I not only agree, I want this.
That's because you found that motherfucker, boy. Let me tell you, when you have that person and everything lines up, you don't feel bad serving. I damn sure didn't feel bad buying you shit. Like, taking you on, being like, babe, I would love for you to quit your job so that I can fucking support you financially. And like, I want to have you around me 24 fucking 7 because I don't have to go to work anymore. Let's just fucking be up each other's asses constantly. Whatever you do, do not fart. I will fucking suffocate. Like,
I love your love for me.
I'm glad that people are getting such value out of this.
Me
I really am.
Me too.
All right, moving on.
Azura. Hi, Chris and Peaches. I just want to show my support. As always, thank you for how much you've changed my life. Thank you both and keep shining the light. I love that. This is insane.
Yep.
We used to sit on the couch and watch war movies all day.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where you were going with that one, but...
We used to sit on the couch and watch war movies all day.
Yeah.
And I would clean and I would cook. And I would take care of the kids. And we would go take pictures.
We had a life.
And now we are affecting change in people's lives.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
All right. Moving to the next question, because this one is going to be one that I'm not going to answer, even though I'm going to read the super chat.
Okay.
I love all your platforms. I've always wondered, how long have y'all been married? And how long did you take to get to where you all are in your marriage? As for how long we've been together and how long we've been married and details about our marriage and wedding photos and all of that stuff, our sex life, those are things that we decided in the beginning to keep private. We are willing to give you guys a whole lot of us, but some things to us are sacred, like our wedding vows, which we cried about on episode 30 that is going to be edited soon. We're not giving you guys that. Some things are meant to be ours. The second part of the question is, how long did it take to get to where y'all are in marriage? This
It's
is
ever evolving.
right. This wasn't, so we're right now and again right now and again right now,
Yeah.
because this is a growth thing. But we have had this communication since before we got into an intimate relationship.
This
with
was
each other.
our friendship.
Right.
Yeah.
The communication, the therapy that we had back and forth with each other.
I was so on top of my communication with you because I respected you so much. You are a very intelligent businessman. I knew that you didn't take bullshit. You don't take drama. So I was very like clear and precise with my communication with you. And if I didn't understand something, I didn't want to be a yes man and just go along with it. I wanted to be clear. Like, I don't understand what you're telling me. I need you to clarify this
Right.
so I can be like, yeah, this is a great idea. Or like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that right now.
It's so fucking weird when people say that I'm intelligent.
Why?
Because I have a 7th grade education. Like, I
Right.
have street smarts, but like it's just weird to me. You gotta,
Stop.
my entire life been told how fucking dumb I am and how I'm never gonna be anything. And then I got people, you're so fucking intelligent. And
Right.
it's the opposite of everything I've been told. It's just fucking weird to hear. I know my self-worth,
Right.
but to hear it and have it validated and reverberated back to me, it's just,
It's strange. I get it.
is.
Why do you put so much weight on the fact that you only have a 7th grade education when you know that public schools are indoctrination?
Government ran schools are in fact indoctrination.
Right.
Because to the general world, I do not even have a good enough diploma. I have no education according to the system.
Right. The system.
Right.
This isn't the system.
I know it's not, but that doesn't change the fact that if I was having a conversation with somebody who was in my same tax bracket, they would assume
Right.
that I have an education, and they would assume that like I went to college and like I have all of this. That makes me feel really fucking good.
Yeah, because it takes the intelligence.
Right. But I have that now. I
Right.
didn't have that all my life. I would like to move on because this makes me uncomfortable.
No, I get it. I understand. Thank you for explaining that. It helps me understand you better.
Inked Kiwi from New Zealand. Hey, I'm new here. Sorry amount is low. Exchange rate is murder. I have recently found you guys. Just wanted to say what you talk about hits hard, but in a good way, I guess. Also love the tats. Here's a fun story. When I was in Hawaii, I went to the Polynesian Cultural Center in Oahu. And because of my life in the tattoo industry, one of the main things that I wanted to do while I was there was go to the New Zealand village to see the Maori with the warrior face tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
And I got to meet a great grandson of one of the chiefs that is like one of the most famous photographed chiefs that's ever been in existence because of the facial tattoos. His great grandson works at the cultural center. And because I was so into their heritage, I actually got like a little VIP tour and got to sit front row for their hakas and do all the things that they were doing. And when they got done, the dude got off stage and shared breath with me, where they put their foreheads together and you breathe in and like you share a
Stop
breath.
it.
Yeah. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And like they had like a ceremony where they enter the village, and like, cause every culture in the Polynesian culture has a part of the Polynesian Cultural Center, and the New Zealand area has a gate, and they have a bunch of dudes come out and they do a haka, and like they throw a leaf on the ground and somebody has to pick the leaf up. And that is the symbology there is that you're not a threat, and it's a thing of peace. If you don't pick the leaf up, it's a sign of hostility.
Yeah.
It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. It's
That's
one of those
so
things
dope.
that I will never forget.
I would love to do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we can.
That's awesome.
We can. Okay, here's an update from Emma. Put my life on hold for this job with the promise of this contract being upheld, and I didn't take another job because of it, which is why I feel that I need to stand up for myself. Get another job, then go talk to a lawyer.
Right.
Find out what it's going to cost you to actually sue them, and whether or not your contract can be held
Up in court.
civilly. That would be my recommendation.
Yeah.
You may even be able to find a lawyer that will sit down and listen to what you have to say and not charge you to find out if your case is even worth taking. Just because you go sit down with a lawyer doesn't mean they're going to bill you. You can have a free conversation with them, and if they look at the contract and be like, you have a case, then they're going to tell you how much the case is going to cost. So, go ahead.
Ashlyn, my boyfriend and I have been together for a short amount of time, and we've been watching your podcast. We are learning to be better for each other. Thank you.
Love that. We missed one earlier.
All right, this is from Amanda. Married for 11 years, husband hates his job and feels bad about me being the breadwinner. He talks down on himself every day, and this causes strife between us. We have great communication, but lack actionable change.
Okay, so you're the breadwinner. Mm-hmm. Does that mean that you make $500 more a month than him, or $50,000 more a year, $100,000 more a year? Does he need to have his job? Mm-hmm. Right? That's my first question. Because if you can support the entire household financially, and he feels the way he does about his job, why don't you guys open a business and let him do something he loves? Because even if he's not the breadwinner, he will still feel like he's contributing to the future and the legacy of his name.
Right.
Because he's now a business owner. And in the event that you have kids, there's a legacy there that you can leave to your children.
Mm-hmm. Nori. Sending in so many chats.
Yeah. Dude.
I'm a musician. Do you think making a breakup EP saying goodbye is healthy? Or should I just let everything go? I see it as a way to process and heal.
Are you fucking kidding me? Make the fucking album.
Yeah.
Make the album. You want to see somebody be successful in life, break their fucking heart.
Yeah.
Every great piece of literature that comes from true pain, look at Jelly Roll's albums. Dude did it all on his own with no fucking record deal.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of pain that he suffered in life, and you can fucking hear it.
Mm-hmm. You can see it on his face.
Yeah. But listen to, people like bands like Linkin Park, the amount of fucking like emotional music that's out there, people relate to that. Everybody's had their fucking heart broken. You can, if you're an artist, even if you're not a musician, the best pieces of art you're ever going to create is going to be filled with emotion that people can relate to when they look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're caught up.
Oh, are we caught up? All right, Drew. Issues are both listening and talking. I ask millions of questions to be understood better and vocalize my feelings. Scared I'm messing up by staying. I'm going to need an email.
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like that must have been a second part of it.
It is.
Okay. I have to get back up to wherever it was then because I don't remember that one. This time, I don't remember. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. Did I pass it?
I think you passed it.
Are you serious? Oh.
Well, there it is.
There it is. Yep.
My boyfriend has been calling me his wife to others, but we've only been together for a year. Is that concerning? I've been confused. He jokingly flirts with his female friends and isn't the best communicator.
Right. And then...
Issues are both listening and talking. I ask millions of questions to understand better and vocalize my feelings. Scared I'm messing up by staying.
So you're a year into this relationship, and if you really feel that way, walk away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do not waste your fucking time on somebody that is not as committed as you are. I believe that.
I agree with that. Jared, I love y'all's content. This is about photography. Have y'all considered going to Albuquerque International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
We have not. Because,
but now I am.
Well, I know you are because you want to do a hot air balloon. That's something that you can do your research on. That's not, it doesn't appeal to me. I'm not saying that I won't do it. I would absolutely get in a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not something that I'm not afraid of heights like that. I don't think that I would bring my camera gear for that.
Oh no, I would take photos like of the hot air balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get like a super dope of just one in the sky. If I could manage that, that'd be dope. Get there super early and get super dope macro shots of things.
Yeah, things where I want to shoot. I would like to go to Zion National Park, but I don't like that you can't drive your own cars through there. You have to park and then take a tour bus. I want to go to Joshua Tree. I want to go back to Sedona. I think that's going to be our trip after Las Vegas. I would love to go to Iceland. I want to do Banff National Park. I want to go back to Glacier and Yellowstone, and I would like to do the Redwood Forest somewhere on the West Coast, and maybe do like that drive from Washington to Mexico.
Please.
I think that would be dope. We're 2 hours in. We still have 383 people watching us.
Can I see the chat? Oh, man.
98,833 subscribers on YouTube.
How many?
98,833.
Stop it.
We're so fucking close.
We got another super chat.
All right.
This is from Amanda.
Oh, you're just going to read it right off the window there? All right.
So this is the one.
Oh.
What are we doing?
I was trying to get this to move back to the other window, but apparently, there we go. I'm going to move this back over if you're going to watch the chat.
Okay.
This is the husband that doesn't make enough money.
Am I reading it or you?
I make enough. He's wanted to open a business for 9 years, but has a lot of self-doubt. I've encouraged him from day one. I'm his biggest fan, but he's scared to take the leap. If you can afford to support the two of you financially, what the fuck is he afraid of?
Right.
Failing? You're doing that already.
Right.
If you try and you get everything that you fucking have and it doesn't succeed, you've learned something. So you can try it again and again. I have literally owned more than 20 businesses in my life.
Yeah.
I've built them, I've sold them, I've closed them, I've folded under pressure because it wasn't making enough revenue. Like, I have had very successful businesses and I've made profit selling them. I've made profit while they were in business. I have some that I refuse to walk away from. I've had some destroyed by hurricanes. Not every one of them is going to be a win.
Right.
Not everyone is like mentally capable of being an entrepreneur. But how the fuck do you know if you don't try? And if you feel like you're failing already and you feel like you're not doing enough in the household and you feel like you don't have a legacy and all of these things that you're feeling, why the fuck won't you try? You want to look back on your deathbed when you're 75, 80 years old and be like, dude, I had an opportunity and I just slept on it. 4 things that you can't get back in life: an opportunity when it's missed, trust, time, and a word when it's left your mouth.
Yep.
Wild. We got a $10 with no verbiage, just from Kristen, $10. So thank you for that. You know, because we've talked about this, how important it is for a woman to support her man like that.
Oh yeah.
If you look at every like very successful man, there's a woman back there, a loyal, dedicated woman. There's not a lot of single billionaires.
No.
Right.
Yeah. That's I'm knocking on the table.
Oh. You gonna read that or no?
Oh, from Jared. It's the first full week in October. It's the most photographed event in the world. It's an amazing sight to see. I bet it is. I really bet it is.
Zach, eat a dick, bro. I looked over at the chat. Did you see that? Chris will be 75 in 2 years.
I did see that, yeah. Your skincare routine's really doing a thing.
Ooh, I really didn't want to do the chat thing, but I looked over and there's a couple things I want to address. First, Flores said, thank you, Chris and Peaches. Intimacy has been an all-time high in my house lately, and it all started because some random person told me to tell him I miss him.
That was me.
Yeah.
It was me, guys. I told her. I actually told all of you if you follow my TikTok account to tell your significant other you miss them. And look, she did it. She did what I said, and things have improved. I love that.
Yeah. Next one I want to read is from Jenna Lee, and it says, I'm trying to be my husband's escape when he gets off of work, but he gets home and scrolls his phone and watches videos when he gets home. Am I still the escape? No, he's using his phone to escape you. That is escapism. When you are being ignored in your relationship is fucked up.
Yeah.
Something is not right. You're in the roommate phase, whatever the case may be, you need to figure out what the fuck is going on and fix it.
All right, Nori. $40 total last chat. I'm going to work on it more right now. I plan to release it on what would be an anniversary, but I thought it needs more time to be more up to my standards. Thank you both.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I also wouldn't release it on the anniversary because that's going to give her a satisfaction of,
Yeah.
he did this because of me.
Right. So here's the thought. Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa numerous times. We know because of X-ray scans that wasn't the original painting. Everything that I have ever written, the first draft has always been trash. All of my sketches has had a ton of mistakes. So why not create the album, play it, listen to it, feel it, and then fix it.
Yeah.
And build on it and get it right before releasing it. And don't put it on a timeline.
Taking my headphones off, my ears hurt.
Do you want me to tell AJ he can stop sending screening supers?
No. I mean, yes. I don't know. I don't care.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be reading them out of the chat.
Okay.
But I got to be honest, I would like to get through the last couple of these and then call it a night.
Okay.
Because we've been on for more than 2 hours. You want to read those last two chats?
Yeah. All right. Brooke was in an abusive relationship for 3 years, got out in September of 2022. I just got to heal and I'm trying everything, currently in therapy. I feel like I'm going nowhere. What else can I do to make myself realize healing is okay? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. You recognize that healing is okay.
I have such a hard time reading the little font.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that sometimes it takes time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even been a year yet. You were in an abusive relationship for 3 years. You've been out for less than a year.
You still got a lot to go through.
Right. Wounds take time. If you were to cut your finger, it's not going to heal overnight. There's no different with your emotional shit. You need to work on you. Stay away from people. Regain your sense of self and your self-worth. And that healing will come.
Yeah.
It just takes time. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. It takes people years sometimes to get over trauma.
Next one.
Yeah.
All right, Moregano. Hey, Peaches. I make press-on nails for my business if you would like for me to send you some. I truly appreciate the offer. I do get my nails done locally, though. I get mani-pedis. It's part of my self-care routine.
All right, I'm going to do a last call for supers so that we can get off here.
All right, guys. Last call for supers.
I'm going to type it in the chat. I messaged AJ a minute ago and I was like, we are done. He was like, wow, that's a long delay. You're still going on my screen. And I was like, no, dude, we're still here. I just don't want to keep going. We're going to call it a night. And he's like, I was like, that's a long delay. What the fuck? I'm too high.
I wish. Good for you, AJ. I'm hungry again.
I am too, actually. Somebody asked about Discord. Would you like to plug the Patreon and the Discord since that's kind of your gig?
Guys, somebody's getting ready to type !Patreon in the chat and it's going to pull up a little link for you. You're going to want to click that link. That link's going to take you to our Patreon. We have 3 different tiers And the top tier $15 is going to get you access to the Discord. The Discord is at almost 900 people. I'm going to start calling it a tribe.
That works for me.
So it's the To Be Better tribe. And it's just a fantastic place to be. I am never grumpy when I'm in the Discord.
No.
Always a good time. I have fun talking with you guys. Chris and I are in there pretty regularly. A lot of different chats, a lot of advice, a lot of understanding people.
Yeah. It's also where all of our individual groups are. We have photography groups in there, homesteading questions. The list goes and goes. All right. So Brooke sent us $2 and said, thank you so much. I really needed to hear that. I don't remember exactly which part she's referring to, but I'm glad that you heard it. Genesis Lopez said, my significant other of 6 years wants me to add him to the mortgage, even with the economy being this bad. How can I prove to him that the house is ours and not just mine? His credit was bad. That's why it's just me.
Did you own the house before he moved in?
Right.
Or
that's a good question.
Yeah, or did you guys pick the house out together and move in?
And you can't do that. If you're married, they won't let you put just one person on a mortgage.
Did she say they're married?
It says my significant other.
Oh. Well, I need clarification then, please. Did we hit 900,000? Shut up.
I think we are at 98. Oh, in Discord.
Oh, okay. Woo, 900 in Discord. I was like, shut up. No, we did not.
No, we're at 98,836. We've gone up 3 since the last one. So much for everything. Love the live. Guys, if you're still watching, I don't even know where we're at. I'm closing the chat, AJ. There's still 400 people watching right now.
We just got a $50 super chat.
Love that. We're still at 400 people. If you guys are enjoying this, know that at some point tomorrow we will be going live again with no real point other than to bullshit while we're waiting to hit 100K.
100K. All right, Dustin Welker. I started my healing journey about 2 years ago. I read a book that changed my life at the beginning of my journey. It's called Cry Like a Man by Jason Wilson. He was on JER, which is how I found out about the book. It impacted me enough to want to share.
JRE, the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, JRE. What did I say?
JER.
Oh.
Oh, dude, I'm glad that it changed your life. A lot of us have been taught that it's not okay to cry.
Yeah.
And to suffer in silence is not the way.
No, it's not.
We got a $5 super right after that says couldn't type it all on here, so I sent it into chat. Must have missed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Julie said, thanks for your content. It's been helpful to share with my husband because he responds better hearing it a little more bluntly from other men. And I've learned so much too. I appreciate you both. We get emails like that a lot.
Yeah.
There are a lot of men out there who is like, if you were not as fucking blunt as you were, I wouldn't have been engaged. I would have listened. Like, there are people who need that.
Yeah.
And most of them are veterans. A lot of them are veterans. Or truckers.
A lot of them, yeah.
Or truckers, to be fair. To be fair. Oh, Jordan's back. Here's to 100K.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. I think that it's...
Before we jump off, Jordan, I want you to know I really enjoyed that restaurant the other day. Thank you for picking out that spot. I wish there were more places around here that had that theme feel to it.
When we get off, remind me to show you the place that he sent me in Fort Myers today.
Okay.
Yeah. Vanessa sent another one for $1.99. This is Be There or Be Square.
Meaning the Discord?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I can't hear that and not go be there or be square, because if you're not there, you're not around. Hence the square thing.
Yeah.
Every time somebody says that, that's all my brain can do. All right, here we go. Somebody made a prediction. 100K will be before the 5 p.m., 6 p.m. time frame. Chris was suspecting you guys deserve it. Chris was suspecting. Did we say 5 or 6 p.m.? Oh yeah. 5 or 6 p.m. tomorrow night. I mean that would be 1,000 by then. It's possible. It's fucking possible. We want to play button. We really do want to play button. I found out that you may not get a play button just because you hit 100,000.
What?
Yep. YouTube factors in like frequency of posting, violations that may have occurred. You are not guaranteed to get a button at 100,000. There are a lot of channels that hit 100 grand that never get a button. So you better believe that I'll be applying for that motherfucker when we hit 100 grand.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be applying for it.
Thank you.
It was a 3-parter. Sorry. I don't know. All right, guys. Calling it a night.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
We will see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good one.